Hey guys, Brain here, and today I have another video for you. This is another episode of Tech News, and my main source for today's video is TheVerge.com. I actually have a bunch of really interesting things to talk about in this video, and with that being said, let's get into the video. It looks like we're seeing another leak of what the Samsung Galaxy S8 will look like. New leaked pictures show up the Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus side by side. It's not much of a surprise with the design, but it really is interesting that we're getting so many leaks as we're getting closer and closer to the phone's official announcement date. The smaller S8 on the left allegedly has a 5.7-inch display, the same size as last year's ill-fated Galaxy Note 7, which makes the relative size of the 6.2-inch S8 even more impressive. That's about all I have to say with this leak, but if you want to keep updated on more tech leaks on either the Galaxy S8 or the iPhone 8, don't forget to pay attention to my uploads and video titles so that you can keep yourself in the loop. On to the next story. Twitch replaced its homepage with a Twitter clone for gamers. Broadcasters can now post to their friends and followers with a mix of text, links, images, and videos. These will appear to the broadcaster's followers on the Twitch homepage in a reverse chronological stream, just as on Twitter. They also come into Twitch's mobile app, but not at launch. If you're a broadcaster, you certainly have an easy way to share highlights with fans who missed your last stream, as well as promote your next stream or anything else you want. Top Twitch streamers all have over 1 million followers apiece, and it's easy to imagine them turning to pearls to grow their audiences and keep them entertained while they're not broadcasting. But as on Twitter, anyone can contribute, and their posts will appear to friends and followers as well. Twitch has been thoughtful about how to moderate comments on pearls. If a broadcaster chooses, they can limit reactions to only their friends or only people who subscribe to their channel. Broadcasters can also delete comments. This change in Twitch is not what I'd consider groundbreaking, but it does make a major improvement to the site. While not everyone will embrace this change fully, I think it will be a major catalyst for this website and the streamers. Streamers will be able to reach many more people with this new update as far as I know, and it seems to have given the entire Twitch network a brand new feeling. On to our next story. Nintendo's Joy-Con controllers also work with Windows, Mac, and Android devices. Yeah, the Nintendo Switch is obviously still in the news, and with every bit of info that comes out, fans of the device are gravitating towards it more and more. French Nintendo fan site Nintendo Actu has been experimenting with Joy-Cons on Windows and Android devices, and software engineer Sam Williams has discovered Nintendo's controllers also work on Mac OS. On a Windows PC, the separate Joy-Cons can be paired over Bluetooth, but you'll need an app like Joy2Key to map the buttons to mouse and keyboard controls. Such functionality isn't surprising, especially given that you could use Nintendo's Wiimote on PCs thanks to Bluetooth, and the Joy-Cons are simply identified as similar Bluetooth controllers. So yeah, you learn something cool every single day. On to other news. The CIA is hacking Samsung smart TVs according to WikiLeaks docs. WikiLeaks has published a new set of documents that shed light on the CIA's hacking capabilities. Dubbed Vault 7, the publication contains 8,761 documents and files as of now, purportedly taken from a secure network within the CIA's headquarters at Langley, Virginia. The files contain numerous exploits for both iOS and Android devices dating from between 2014 and 2016. The agency seems to have had more success targeting Android devices, with roughly 24 weaponized exploits compared to 14 for iOS. The exploits come from a variety of sources, including partner agencies like the NSA and GCHQ, or private exploit traders. In one case, a published iOS 8 kernel attack is listed as an exploit credited to security researcher Stefan Esser. Another of the published exploits, codenamed Weeping Angel, appears to target Samsung smart TVs, which drew criticism on release for their always-on voice command system. According to WikiLeaks, the exploit makes the television operate as a bug, recording conversations in the room and sending them over the internet to a covert CIA server. The documents themselves paint a more ambiguous picture, with possible applications focusing on credential extraction rather than direct audio recording, and that in itself is pretty, well, I wouldn't say scary, but it does raise up a few questions. What exactly does the CIA hope to get from all this information, and are they sharing it with other countries? That part I say probably not. I may not be the most educated on the ways of the CIA, but it does seem to me that this, if proven true, is a breach of privacy. And sticking with this topic, we have another bit of news from both Google and Apple. Google says it's already fixed many exploits from the WikiLeaks CIA document dump. Google has fixed many of the vulnerabilities in its Chrome and Android platforms identified. In a statement provided to Record by Heather Atkins, Google's Director of Information Security and Privacy, Google said that it was confident that security updates and protections in both Chrome and Android already shield users from many of these alleged vulnerabilities, that its analysis of remaining security flaws was ongoing, and that it would implement any further necessary precautions. Atkins' statement came a day after WikiLeaks released 1,761 documents and files it said that it obtained from the CIA Center for Cyber Intelligence. Included in these files were a number of apparent exploits for Google platforms, as well as methods for accessing iOS devices and Samsung smart TVs. Apple released its own statement a short time after the documents appeared online with a similar message to Google's. The company said it had patched out a number of vulnerabilities and was working on fixes for the remaining problems. Both Google and Apple said that many of the flaws had been patched, but both companies stopped short of specifying exactly how many exploits had been removed and how many still remain in Android, Chrome, and iOS. The supposed CIA documents claim that those flaws could be used for a range of nefarious purposes, including monitoring incoming and outgoing communications, tracking users, and even taking control of their devices. And it is really interesting that both Google and Apple are taking the necessary steps to keep the trust of their users. And that's it for today's episode of Tech News, the week's roundup of tech news that you should probably know. If you like this video, feel free to hit the like button down below, subscribe for new videos every single week, and comment below on what you think about any of the stories that I mentioned in this video. As usual, all needed source links will be listed below, as well as links to previous videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.